Okay, so Julia, take me back around 2 years ago. Where were you, and what were some of the problems you were facing? What was the build up to your trigger moment to think I need to make a change right now?
Yeah, sure. So I'm mom of two boys, and I always used to be fit and used to go to the gym like 4 times a week before children. And then having children just escalated, like me time just gone to nothing. And obviously with children, having children, some women do put weight on. So I was 20 kilos heavier than I was before. And with my second one, I really struggled to shift it. And like I was trying to explore all different avenues. And I even, because I was so dedicated to lose that weight and get myself into back into shape, so I even decided to put myself on 28 days juicing diet.
Oh, wow.
When yeah, I drank nothing but juice by 28 days. Like fruit juice, vegetable juice, whatever. So that's how committed I was, right? And on I think on the first week I've lost some weight. On the second week I've lost some weight. Later on down the line, I'm actually start putting weight on, and I just like freaked out. I'm thinking I'm just drinking juice, nothing else. How come I'm putting weight on? This is just like, it's really made me feel disheartened. And obviously not realizing at the time that I went into shock, right? My body went into shock. But at the time, it made me feel really disheartened. And I thought, there is nothing, if I was so committed to lose weight and I was drinking nothing but juice by 28 days and I'm not getting the results I wanted, well, that means there is something wrong with me. That means my dream of having ideal body shape would never achieve. And all this negative self-talk start coming into place. Things like, oh, you're getting a bit older. I was hitting 40, like kind of 40 years old. You're getting older. This is who you are. Your mom is overweight, so you will be overweight. And all that kind of negative thinking. And the transforming point was for me when we went on holidays to Eurocamp. And we were on, kind of like I was sunbathing on a decking, and there was like sliding doors, right? Massive sliding glass doors, and I can see reflection of myself. And I was in swimming costume, and I looked to the side, and I was thinking, oh my God, instead of swimming in sea, I'm swimming in fat. Like this is my self dialogue to myself, and I'm just like I felt so low at that point. Um, you know, to the point where I'm thinking like I'm not worth to be here even. It was really, really dark moment. And to top it up, quite opposite us, there was a caravan with this girl. She was similar age to me, with two boys also, slim and beautiful. She was coming out in her bikini in the morning to have a cup of coffee, and that was just right in my face, right? Two pictures opposite. And I felt so, so low, and I'm thinking, I need to do something different here. Um, and yeah, I've seen my friend Dixish, who obviously part of who've been part of your program as well, and done outstanding results at age 50. And I think that's when I thought, well, if you've done at age 50 outstanding results, I don't have any excuses at my age 40 to do something similar. So that's when I approached Dixish and said, what did you do? Who helped you? I want that as well. And that's how I approached, yeah, found out about you and your company.
Fantastic. So when you said that your children, having children was part of the big difficulty. Can you explain a bit more about sort of what life was like at that point? What were some of the poor lifestyle habits you were doing? Was it a case of a lack of education, or was it you were relying on quick foods? Or what was going on in those years, especially in your early to mid 30s, that caused you to gain 20 kilos?
Yeah, so it's definitely not education, because I think at the end of the day, we all know what to do, right? Eat less or eat better food, exercise more. For me, it was just finding that time in my day, because the moment I wake up, you don't even have time to go to the toilet. You need to change nappy, you need to breastfeed, you need to get another one ready for school. Basically it's just there is not time at all for yourself to even to think that I need to do something different, not even along with anything else. And it just was massive overwhelm. From the moment you wake up, there is this massive overwhelm to keep everything on track, get everyone ready, and also serve, especially when your children really young, like, like babies, you need to serve them. They demand your attention now and then. You can't say just wait for 5 minutes. If they're hungry and you're breastfeeding, you need to do it straight away. If they had a poo, you have to do it straight away. So, by the end of the day, like maybe in the morning I wake up and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe between the line, whilst baby is asleep, I can do some exercises. Never happened. Also, I should say that whilst I was having children, I also ran a business alongside as well. So obviously, I had to manage that as well. And so everyone was getting my attention apart from myself. And I think that's where I was going wrong, really.
So what were you doing in terms of food? Like, was there any sort of strategy, or was it literally just grab what you can get?
Yeah, grab what I can get. Like I've signed up to what is called Slimming World.
Mm.
And actually I had some success with that, but I've lost kind of initial baby weight, but then my baby started to crawl, and coming to those meetings, I couldn't do it because like he wanted to be everywhere and anywhere and sit in the meeting for 45 minutes or how long that lasts with a toddler. It just, yeah, impossible. So I've stopped. And yeah, there wasn't much kind of structure in a day or with food, what I'm eating.
Mm.
Yeah, I was trying to, be healthy, but yeah, I didn't have anything prepped. So it was whatever is available on the go. And especially when you go out with kids as well, to soft place and areas like that, honestly, there is no healthy choice whatsoever. It's always like fries, pizza, burgers, chips, all the biscuits and stuff like that. So if you're eating out with them, it's like you can't have healthy options around you. So it was really, really hard.
So you're running a thriving business. You're a mother of two kids, and then you decide you have this trigger moment when you're at the beach and you decided to dive in. What was your mindset going into the decision to make a change in your lifestyle? You tried multiple things in the past. You struggled with time and put yourself at the bottom of the priority list. What changed now? You had the trigger moment, but what changed in your lifestyle? What was some of the immediate changes you made, and how was the feeling going into it?
Yeah, sure. I think the biggest change, believe it or not, it's actually was batch cooking for me. So when I started the program, I was trying to cook on a go, like maybe like on a day, and that wasn't really actually helping me. Like I still struggle to do it because if you're getting really, really hungry, you still need to wait for 20 minutes before you can cook your food, right? And then to resist snacking in between, it's really hard, right? So when I start batch cooking, that was, oh my God, the biggest revelation for me. And it gave me so much time back as a mother. So I always like knew my food is prepared and there is no excuse for snacking or reach out for any snacks in between. Is there prepared waiting for me. So I can't just say, oh, it's not ready and I just have a snack of some sort. Also, I realized when I start batch cooking, and it was such a revelation, when my batch becoming low, like I've got only one freezer box left, I'll start having panic attacks, thinking I need to batch cook again because if I don't, I'm going to resign to bad choices and grabbing something quick. So for me, that was the biggest revelation. And I think that the kind of the grind of eating the same old and also having that batch cooking available made me realize that actually I'm putting so much nutrition on a daily basis into my body, and seeing so many green vegetables being cooked, in batch cooking, and all the beans and all the spinach and leaves or whatever. And I'm thinking, oh my God, just imagine how many nutrients I'm getting into my body every single day. And that was just transformational as well, just visually to see it and also kind of processing it, that's how I'm feeding my body now. So then when you started to think about different snacks like biscuits or crisps or sweets or whatever, you actually start thinking, no, 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 they don't have as much nutrient as those beans or spinach.
You're doing all these new things in your day, but previously you had issues with time. Where did you suddenly find that time, and how were you approaching it from your mind?
Yeah, actually, good question. So I think to start with, batch cooking was the first one. And I thought, okay, I'll do it on weekend because on weekend you're less pressurized with your
Yeah.
time. And to be fair, I realized the amount of time I spent batch cooking, it's exactly the same amount as I would have prepared like just normal family meal. So straight away, like I've won so much time for myself there, not to stress over, cooking for myself, or thinking what I'm doing. And then because of that, that kind of allows me to think, okay, if I've done that, can I create more time elsewhere? And, one of the things like RNT is do waking up early and go for walks, for example, or do exercises. And I never been early bird. I always was like late bird, going to bed late, waking up late. I could never ever see myself waking up like early. But I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. So I set my alarm like, I don't know, 6 o'clock or something like that. Woke up, even though it was really hard, made myself a cup of coffee, put my shoes on, and I went for a walk to the forest. I put my podcast on as well. And oh my God, that was the best thing I've ever done. It was beautiful because it was so quiet. Nobody's around me. No kids, needed my attention. Mommy, where's my breakfast? Brush your teeth, whatever. Just me by myself and birds and nature. And it just was like, like breath of fresh air into me. My cup was getting fuller and fuller. And I was like, oh my goodness me, I've just realized how much I miss this and I need this. So next day, I couldn't actually wait to wake up early. I was literally just setting my alarm and I just was so excited to wake up so early. I just couldn't wait. And there is no way in a million years I would have thought that would be possible because I always was late bird, like going to bed late and everything. So that was the biggest transformation as well, to clock in those steps and find that time first thing in the morning. And now as a result, like for example, if I'm not going for morning walks, then I do me time like meditation or journaling or reading book or whatever that might be. It just like I know this time is me time now.
Fantastic. What were some of the ways you got your family integrated? Because this is also, very much a lifestyle, and if your family aren't on board, it can be very difficult. How did you get your kids on board and the whole family so this became easier for you? Did you have that
Yeah.
conversation with them? Did you?
Yeah, I had to. So funny enough, so when I start to eat my food, my batch cook, my children ask me, Mommy, why are you eating differently? Like, what is this? Why not eating what we're eating? So I have to explain to them. And I said, like you're always laughing from mommy. Mommy has a tummy like a Peppa Pig. Yeah, thank you, kids, for pointing this out. I said, mommy doesn't like it anymore. So because like you were inside of mommy tummy, it's like it's got big. Now I want to get rid of it. So I need to eat differently. And I need to eat this food to help me. So they realized that, and they were fine with that like, explanation. Then other time when I was going for jogs, my little one, he was like crying, like, "Mommy, don't go, don't leave me. Where are you going?" And I was feeling so guilty, shutting the door behind me, thinking, "Oh my God, I'm the worst mother on earth, leaving my children behind. They're crying." And just go for a run, come back. But then actually, after a few goes, they got used to it that mommy goes out for run. And next time I was going, there was like, "Have a good run, mommy," or "Have you had a good run when I come back? Are you back?" And give me hugs. So for them now it's natural. Then there was other funny, actually, there was really funny time when I've used weights, like weight training, and I've actually my biceps have improved so much. So I was checking out my biceps, and I called my son, my 7 years old son at the time, and I said, "Look at my biceps." And he's like, "Wow, mommy, look at you. You are stronger than daddy now. Let's go and show daddy." I said, "Daddy, look at mommy's strong arms." And I was like showing off to my husband, flexing my muscle, which he obviously wasn't really happy about.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
kids are, like kids just telling you the truth, right? They're saying, "Mommy's stronger than you are now." So yes, it's kind of, it took them time to realize. But now they accepting it, and when they see me exercising with my weights, they're picking up weights as well,
Mm.
and they want to do it. They're realizing, like exercise is important, and I'm teaching them that you need to find something that you love as well. So during lockdown, lots of us were doing Joe Wicks exercises, right, on YouTube. But like for me, it didn't really resonate it, like with his style. And for my children either, like we were getting too bored. So I found on YouTube, I found some recordings, which looks like computer game, and there are like flying bananas, and you have to duck down and you have to jump over things. So because they love playing games on computers, for them it was more relevant. So like I used to put that on and they loved it. They're like jumping duck down, and I was doing with them. So like find something that you love. Yeah, so it's definitely transformed them and me in that respect.
That's fantastic. Uh, the best way to make it a lifestyle solution is ultimately to get everyone involved around you, and that way, any potential barriers and obstacles are automatically diminished. So, yeah, that's great to hear. What were some of the challenges that you found as you entered the process? So you started the process, motivation is high, you're dropping weight, but you had quite a long journey in terms of how much you had to lose to get back to where you wanted to get to. What were some of the challenges you faced along the way?
I think definitely in your book you talk about precision dip, and definitely there was that, when I think you kind of like lose your motivation for some reason after you've done the grind for some time. I experienced that. Um, and then also there was a period when I nearly, so I've hit my lowest weight I ever been in my life. So that was, when I was getting married, that was my lowest weight. But to calculations in your book, I should be weighing less. And I never actually weighed less, and that was my target, to go a bit down. But I really struggle, like it's mentally, like I will do really well. I will drop like a kilo going down, and then I will self-sabotage myself and eat or do something. And I just was bopping in this kind of area, and I couldn't work out what's going on with me, because I knew what to do. I was doing it, but I worked out mentally, because I think I never was weighing so much low mentally, and also visually. I never been that slim. I think my old self almost was like pulling back, into comfort zone. And also comments of other people, like other people will say, oh well, you're skinny enough now, why do you need to go so low? Oh my goodness, the wind will blow you away, if the wind will blow. Or don't you afraid to look skinny? And I think those comments kind of like, as much as I tried to not take them on board, like subconsciously were playing on my mind. So I have to do a bit of mind work for myself and visualize myself being that slim, and kind of looking myself in the mirror and visualize myself being that slim and beautiful, and slimmer than I ever been before. Um, so yes, that was kind of one of the challenges.
How did you find the identity crisis? Because that's something a lot of people face, whereby the old self, the old behaviors are like, yeah, you go for the biscuits, do this, do that. The new self is like, I want to live this lifestyle. And there's a period where you find yourself stuck in between. It's almost like a rubber band. And the longer it pulls, it just gets stretchy, stretchy, and it's about to snap, but you almost don't want it to snap. But you need it to snap in order to shed the skin. How did you find that battle? And what ultimately allowed you to break the rubber band?
Yeah, that battle was really like hard, I would like to say, because I knew like it took me time, first of all, to work out what's happening. When I worked out what's happening, even like knowing I'm in this rubber band and I need to break it, wasn't easy to do. And I was looking for solutions, because all like my area of struggle was my tummy area. Even in my slimmest weight, my tummy all like never looked that kind of six pack, whatever, trimmed. My legs will look beautiful and fantastic, like so many people will comment on my legs. And to be fair, I don't even have to do, like, I think generally I'm really gifted with the good legs, which is thank you to my parents, but not around my tummy area. And doesn't matter how many sit-ups I will do, I always struggle. So I knew that in order for me to get better tummy area, I need to go down in my weight and losing more fat, and that's where my abs will be on show more. So I think kind of like visualizing myself in with six pack and being trim in that area probably helped me to think that that's fine. That's who you're going to be from now on. And if you want that figure, that's what you need to accept. And, see myself with that six pack and see myself, kind of being slimmer. And also, like, I was paying attention, like in my perception, what slim looks like and actually in reality what it is. Like, for example, I will look at some women and think, well, she looks really slim and beautiful, but I'm sure she's not skinny, and I'm sure she actually weighs less than I am, and that's fine. Like, kind of just accepting the fact that going down in my kilos, it's fine. It's like, because I never weighed that low before in the past, it doesn't mean it's not acceptable. So yes, there was a bit of work to do on that one.
Yeah. So you snap the rubber band, you shed the skin, you got down to where you wanted to get to. How has it been keeping that and maintaining this new self of yours? How have you found the maintenance journey? Because you've now been in this realm for a while now. That's a very difficult thing to do and an amazing achievement. So you've obviously done a lot of rewiring there. What's been some of the keys that's allowed you to keep the weight off for a substantial period of time?
I think setting the next steps, setting the next goal for myself. And I never thought I would do that, but I've signed up to it's not exactly bodybuilding competition, but it is a competition for women. The program called Buns and Guns, right? And the biggest transformation will get a prize of $20,000.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like focusing on that now. So I've increased my exercise regime and thinking, oh my God, now I'm actually doing something that I never thought would be possible in the past as a goal. And it just allows me to think beyond, like when I started the program, losing just 5 kilos will be just like blessing in the sky. I'll be like more than happy with that. Whereas now this is not just like, well, this is just too small now. I can think bigger now and be braver and bolder. And one of my other goals, which I'm trying to put into practice, I always want to be a professional dancer when I was younger, like ballroom dancer. But when I was going to audition, because I'm not really tall, I wasn't selected. And, for some reason, it's not happened, basically. But the dream's still there, right? The wish still there. And I've packed it right inside me, thinking it would never happen. Like, you're getting older and, forget about it. And once I went to like swimming session with my kids, and there was, I can see all these women in beautiful ballroom dance dresses walking around, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And they're all older, right? They're all kind of like 40s, 50s, 60s, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And actually there was a professional competition amongst amateurs of different age for ballroom dancing, and I was like, wow, if they can do it, that means there is a hope for me. I can do it. And I've asked them about it. They gave me all the details, and they said, actually, you can hire a trainer to train you professionally and take part in Blackpool competition in amateur category. And I didn't know that that's possible. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. So this is my next goal. I want to train myself professionally and take competition part in Blackpool, obviously once COVID allows. And I want to win.
Fantastic. I mean, that's not accepting maintenance. That's really going for it and taking it to the next level. So fair play to you. And that's exactly the way to do it. You got your new body. Why not take it? Why not see what you can do with it?
Exactly. And I see myself in this beautiful, in a quite body revealing costume, like all the Latina kind of like short skirt, and, you can see your abs and whatever. So I'm thinking for that costume, I really need to have a really, really good trim figure.
Fantastic. What have been some of the biggest myths that have been busted during this journey for you? Especially because you've tried everything. What's been some of the biggest game changers in terms of myths that you think, how was I spending so many years believing that?
I think like specifically you have busted this with your program is the focus on short-term thinking. Like, when you resign to losing weight, all the programs and marketing bombarded at you with 8 weeks plan, 12-week plan, get help, like seven days plan, get trim for the bikini, for holidays, for wedding, for like specific occasion. And it's had a really short-term thinking, whereas actually transforming that into longer term thinking and thinking your health and your fitness, not only for 8 weeks, but for the rest of your life. I think that was the biggest transformation. And also trust the process, not like, for example, if you don't see quick results, it doesn't really matter. The results will come as long as you keep ticking the boxes and doing the process. It will come to you, and trust the process in that. That was the biggest transformation.
With the short term and long term change, at what point did you think, that makes sense now? Because 6, 8, 12 weeks sounds sexy, sounds exciting. It's very much around the corner. It's very difficult to think, I want to be in shape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. At what point do you just think, no, I need a different way here?
I think when in your book, you also talk about to create a true lifestyle solution, you need minimum 12 months, ideally 2 years. And when I start thinking about it, I thought, and actually going through transformation myself, I've experienced that because I've started my journey, I think around March time, so it was springtime. And then I went into summer, and it was really nice and easy because it's really light in the morning, so you can wake up easily in the mornings. But then when winter came, all of a sudden, our days have shortened. All of a sudden, I need to fit exactly the same amount of work into shorter daytime. So waking up in the morning for me, like 6 o'clock, wouldn't be an option because I would feel a bit scared to go out there in the forest when it's really dark, right, for my walks. And by the time it's light, it's like school time and whatever. So I have to rethink how I'm going to structure my day. And I'm thinking, I totally can see this now, that you need to have more time to frame your mind and understand how your lifestyle will fit not only with seasons, but like you said, with all the celebrations.
Yeah.
And actually, one of the things I was really proud of last Christmas, when we had Christmas as a family, we decided to outline actually what do we want to have on Christmas dinner table. Does it have to be turkey? Does it have to be, all the sausage rolls and I don't know, like pigs and blankets and whatever? Or we actually can choose because, we got this perception of celebration and what it should be there, but nobody's coming to check my table, right? There is no like police or something, Christmas table
Well,
police.
Santa might be checking.
Yeah, Santa might be checking. I'm not going to come to you. And we thought, what, we actually can create what we eat. Nobody else, like especially during this lockdown, you couldn't invite anyone. So we're the one who is eating it. Why not to eat something good? So we now swap turkey, although turkey can be, healthy. We swap turkey for just lean beef and obviously lots of vegetables, but we don't do any like sausage rolls and all that kind of pork pies or whatever people put sometimes on table, crisps and other things, like very simple food fits with the RNT nutrition plan. And yeah, we really felt good for it as well. We didn't have Christmas put either, because none of us actually enjoying it that much, and we thought, why should we buy it, why should we eat it if we don't enjoy it? So yes, it was definitely, kind of helping us in that respect.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned around the seasons. We've spoken about how you can be in shape for a couple of months in the year, but as soon as, for example, like Christmas or your birthday and your couple of holidays and stressful periods in your life, you have to really test your lifestyle solution against that. And most of the time it can crumble, especially if you're not thinking long term. So yeah, that's a big myth to be busted. And from someone who tried Slimming World and all these things, that must have been quite the shift that you experienced.
Oh, definitely. It was like, it's almost like a soothing balm to my soul, like someone said, Julia, don't worry, don't think about 8 weeks. It's gonna happen in 12 months, it's 24 months, it will happen for you. But don't like, because you're stressing so much over these 8 weeks. And then like I said, I was on 28 days juicing diet. And on a day 15, I'm start putting weight on, and I'm already stressed, thinking I only lost so much, I only got so many days
Mm,
left, and I'm not there yet. And there is something wrong with me. Like, you start questioning yourself, right? You think there is something wrong with me. I'm not doing this, and all the negative stuff start feeding into your brain. Whereas, matter of fact, what is the rush? Like, you just enjoy it for the rest of your life.
yeah, fantastic. And what sort of changes did you notice as a mother, as a wife, as a business owner? What sort of things did you start noticing in yourself when you started getting leaner, fitter, healthier, etc.?
Good question. I certainly like, you wouldn't never say that I wasn't happy, like when I was overweight. If you knew me from outside and you like chatted to me, you would never thought that I'm not a happy person, or there is something. But deep inside, I don't think I was that happy with myself. Um, so that happiness now comes each time. And it's like in very simple things, like even when, like, I used to hate shopping. I remember I was shopping for my 40th birthday, and I thought I need to have outfit. I was going out to London with my girlfriends, and I invited all girlfriends that I knew through my life. And I remember that shopping trip. Oh my God, I spent whole day in maybe 5 different shops, and I've tried every single outfit in there. Nothing fits. And I remember I found this dress. I really liked it. And I said to the lady, I said, can I have a slightly smaller size of this, please? I've got my birthday coming up, and I'm planning to lose weight because I really wanted to look beautiful on my 40th birthday and slim. And so I'm going to buy it in smaller size. And she said, when is your birthday? I said, in about 2 weeks' time. And she said, nah, she said, I'll recommend you stick with this size that actually fits you. And I was like, I'm obviously not happy with the comment, but in a way grateful that she acknowledged that 14 weeks not gonna do it, love. But like, and then she said, by the way, if you want to, I've got this special supporting underwear, that will help you to smoothen your figure. And experiences like this, really like makes you feel not good about yourself, especially being a woman. So now I don't have that problem, like I got rid of all my supporting underwear. And yeah, going to the shops, I can buy anything I want. Not to think, is it going to look good or not? Most of the time, I know it's going to look good. And I remember on my 41st birthday, I went to Paris to see my sister, and my sister said, for your birthday present, can I buy you outfit? And I was like, yes, that's will be fantastic. And she took me to the one of the shops, and oh my God, because I haven't shopped like for ages since I've lost weight. I was like, bullet in a china shop, or like I was like, child in a sweet shop. I was trying every single outfit, and like everything just fits on me like on a model. And I was like, oh my God. And I wanted to buy everything in there, spend so much money, but I said, calm down, Julia. But, like even simple things like this just really made me feel happy, and struggles. Obviously, it's impacted my sex life as well. I'll be honest around that. When you feel good and look good, you like more willing, to put like sexy underwear or do things. So, that kind of help in that perspective. And yeah, my kids now stop commenting me on my big fat tummy. Like they keep, so it was funny actually, sometimes they will come and hug me around my tummy, like they almost like checking, where is it going? We're like, now they're commenting on daddy's fat tummy and not mine.
Its roles are reversed.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so yeah, it's it's been transformational.
Amazing. And how's it? Have you found that you've become an even higher performer in your work?
Yeah, absolutely. I think having structure in a day, because I used to resist structure because I'm really kind of like creative person, go with the flow. And if someone will say, live your life or your day by the hour with a structure in place, I'll just like resist so much and thinking, no, I'm not that type of person.
Mm.
But actually having that structure in place helped me so much to be much clearer, to have space in my brain. I think to have space in my brain is the biggest transformation as well, because you know what's happening. You can predict your day, and you know that, for example, me time always there. It's always going to happen at this time. And like family time is always at this time. It's really, really helps you then to not to think about it and not to think how I'm going to fit it in my daily life. Like you don't battle it on a daily basis and try to create your regime and your routine on a daily basis, because you already have this outlined. So obviously, as a result, it gives you freedom of your space, like in your brain, so you can be better performer with your business and your personal life. And it's definitely just made you better in all aspects.
That's fantastic. Julia, if you're speaking to someone who's at the beginning of their journey right now, potentially in a similar scenario to where you were, a mother of two, busy career, battling priorities, find themselves at the bottom of that priority list, what's the one thing you would tell them right now?
Yeah, I would say, you deserve every single happiness in your life, and you deserve me time. As much as you want to serve your family, the only way you can be, kind of give them the best version of yourself, if it's by investing into yourself. And that investment will pay off so many dividends, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your children, for your husband, for your friends and everyone around you. So if at any point you feel like guilty, should I do this? Should I not? Or shall I invest this amount of money or time or whatever, just do it, because that investment will pay off so much back. It's guaranteed.
Amazing. Thanks so much for sharing your story, Julia. It's been incredible hearing how much you've transformed over the last couple of years, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how you continue to develop going into the 2020s.
Yay, thank you so much, Akash. And honestly, I can't believe that you do exist and what you're preaching, just transforming so many lives, including mine. And I'm forever grateful for that.
You're very welcome.